going to start the game off with a dunk, stick around, have a team high 16 points. Just what were you seeing out there, and how much more comfortable are you as every game goes along?
Coach just kept putting in my head just to keep being aggressive, especially off that short roll that we did, which looked successful. He just told me to, as soon as I catch it, look to drive, and then whatever opens up, see my options, see if I got to pass out, somebody helps, just like that. Just being aggressive and seeing the floor.
Collin?
Josh, you've played a lot more the last 2 or 3 weeks. Talk to us about after Kentucky about being more physical. I guess what did you have going well today, and I guess where is your game now, maybe compared to where it was a month ago?
Just finding my niche. Whenever coach needs me, just be ready. Physicality was also a big thing. Stopping their big because he was pretty physical with us the last time around. So our objective was to box him out and be physical with him and get between him and the rim. So I feel like we did a great job with that.
Let's go Jack in the back and then David.
For either of you guys, how good was it to see Michi, finally hit a few threes and get going, after having a few rough games lately?
Just keep telling him to shoot the ball. Even though he had those couple bad shooting nights, still encourage him to keep shooting, keep doing what he's meant to do, and just being confident in him.
Yeah, but when it comes to that, he's a big time teammate. He was getting on himself, but we were encouraging him to keep shooting the ball. And I even ran back before the shot went up today because I had so much confidence it was going in and it went in. So it's good to see that it's finally falling for him.
David?
Guys, it's certainly the poll will be out till Monday, but it certainly seems like you're going to crack the door down for the top 25. Any predictions about where you guys think you'll be after this week and 2 top 6 wins in 4 games?
I'd say at least top 20 in my opinion, but we don't really care about that. We've been playing with a chip in our shoulder the whole time, so wherever they put us is where they put us. We ain't gonna play no different.
Josh?
Yeah. In the past 2 or 3 weeks, I've always been saying, the AP poll comes out next week Monday. Past 2 weeks we weren't on there, and now it's to the point where I don't really care if we're on there or not. We're playing the best basketball halfway through the conference, and we're just taking it one day at a time, one game at a time, and staying as humble as ever. So.
Questions? Alan?
Collin, this is 5 wins in a row in the SEC now. Lamont talks a lot about things being repeatable, kind of translating. I guess what does it say about this team that it doesn't really matter the opponent if you guys kind of stick to what you do, you can stay in and beat any team?
Just his rules, the rules that he gave us. That's all we have to follow. Like boxing out, doing the stuff that's controllable, boxing out, getting rebounds, making the pass to your teammate, and just being patient on the offensive end and being aggressive on the defensive end. As long as we follow those, we can win any game.
Madison?
Josh, kind of following up on that, you've been here for the last 3 years watching this journey as Lamont's taken this program and kind of reshaped this team a little bit. How much fun has it been these last 2 weeks to not only get the top 10 wins, but then also follow it up with statement wins against Missouri and then here today against Georgia?
It feels really good, to be on the winning side of basketball. Been here 3 years, stayed down, waited for the time, and the time is now, evidently. And with those statement wins, it just proves that we can be consistent. And if we want to go deep into postseason play, we have to stay consistent. So I feel really good about where we are as a team and how we are moving forward.
Alan?
If you could each take this, Lamont said you guys don't shy away from talking about the tournament. That's the goal of this season, goal for this team. I guess for each of you guys, what would it mean to you? Now the calendar's in February, do you start thinking about that? You talk about it much, or what is kind of the NCAA tournament have in your mind right now, a month out?
We're trying to with the AP poll talking all that, we just stand in our inner circle, just getting ready for the next game, because the next game is always going to be the hardest game. Everybody's going to play us a different way now that we're getting these statement wins and all that. So just focusing on the next one until we get to that postseason, and then just keeping that same mindset throughout the whole postseason.
Josh?
To piggyback on what he said, we'll just focus on one game at a time. I know we had the SEC tournament before March Madness and all that. So we're just focused on the teams that are yet to come that we have to play. I know we have Ole Miss on Tuesday and then Vanderbilt Saturday, I think. So yeah, we're just preparing for those 2 games, and we're just, taking it one day at a time, and then when the dust settles, I feel like we'll be, in the clear and have a good positioning, going into postseason play.
Madison, last question.
I'm just kind of curious, watching everybody's reactions to seeing you guys and all of a sudden seeing not just South Carolina fans, but just college basketball fans starting to root for you guys. How much fun is that? What's that experience been like when you guys open, Instagram or Twitter and you've got people showing off some highlights or talking about, oh my God, this team's really good. Like, how do you guys kind of process all of that happening right now?
Fans, we love fans, man. They're really energetic. I didn't know how they were last year, but this year is like, I'm a freshman. This is like the best crowd I've ever had, like the best environment I've been in. So I really just, smile like when I see all the fans like supporting me, and like whenever we finish a game, all of them want to down and take pictures and stuff. That's really cool to me. That's a good experience for me for sure.
I've noticed like I had a little bit of fans, last season, but then this season they've just poured down, and they just love us, and it's exciting, the packing the CLA, and especially on these road games. At the end of the game, they were chanting Gamecocks. I didn't know there were that many fans out there for us, but it's always exciting to put on a show for them. And now that we're winning, it just makes everything better. Makes them talk about us more. Makes their friends come to the game. So all in all, it's a very good experience.
Appreciate it, guys.